The research shows that the successful parents are neither dictatorial and harsh and exacting, nor are they soft and weak. They find the sweet spot in the middle. My question is, how do I find that sweet spot? How do I practice authoritative parenting so that my children will be confident, secure, obedient, and Christ-like?
The best way to parent children, and to be sure we're not being too tough or too soft on them, is with what we call authoritative parenting. Authoritative means there's authority, but authoritative parenting is not just authority. Authoritative parents are considerate of their child's needs. They listen to their children. And they have a warm, loving relationship with their child. They themselves are self-controlled. They don't get angry and feel nasty about things and take it out on the kids. They're self-controlled. But they also teach their children to think about things, to reason, and to make decisions. They are firm, they're patient, they're loving, and they're reasonable.
What makes positive kids is a parent who can be a benevolent dictator. I know that seems like an oxymoron, it's not impossible, but that is exactly what children need. They need to know that they are absolutely loved no matter what. And that's the soft side of you. And they need to know that you have boundaries, you have rules that need to be kept, and you are strong enough to make sure that you keep, that they do those things. And I've used for many, many years the idea that ask the child one thing to do and then make sure you follow through. So it's that balance between being what I call having a gentle touch but having strong values. And when kids see that within their parent, in each one of their parents, that will be the child that will become the strongest in terms of a spiritual development, in terms of their spirituality. Both of you have to be strong in values and be able to stick up for what needs to be done, but you need to also be loving and understanding. And when you can get that put together and respect each other, oh, it's amazing what that does.
Because permissive parents let their kids do pretty much what they want. They're not thinking about their kids' future. In families where the parents are too permissive, things happen whenever they want to happen. Meals, schedule, no, nothing like that. Everybody eats whenever they want to eat. And if it's time to go to bed, and Dad says, "Don't you think it's time to go to bed?" Do you know a child in the world that would say yes? Rarely. Rarely. And so, child gets to stay up as long as the child wants to. The bottom line, if you're too soft, is that the kids run the place. Your child needs you as a parent, not a buddy, not a friend, a parent.
Let's say Dad comes home as the strong one. Why haven't you kids mowed the lawn like I asked you to mow the lawn? And you haven't done your homework yet. This is Thursday night. I told you you need to get it done before supper. And what often happens if one comes home to the family and is the strong dictator kind of parent, the authoritarian parent, the other parent will take the opposite approach. It's like being on a teeter-totter. So you come down a little hard on your kids. Well, your wife will probably come down a little softer. And she said, "Kids, your daddy loves you very much. Just smile, and I'll have an extra cookie for you at dessert time." And so what happens, Dad says, enough of this being nice to these kids. They need to learn a little discipline, and he comes down hard again. And to balance the teeter-totter, what happens is the parent moves further away from the fulcrum. and one becomes even stronger and the other becomes even more gentle, and well, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to fall off, and bang, the teeter-totter goes down and both of you get hurt. So if you find yourself on the teeter-totter, immediately say, how can I help my husband or my wife come closer to the center? Well, we could pray together. We could go to a parenting class together. We could share together how we're feeling. We could even talk about how our parents did it and probably get a whole lot of insight in terms of why we're doing it this way. So the idea is respect each other enough that you don't tell the children, that's not right. Daddy shouldn't have said that. You know, that's too hard. Or don't listen to your mother. She's always letting you get by with murder. You know, no, you respect each other and lift up the other in the sight of the children. Let them know you're united